This is another short video focusing on how you're going to write your interpretation of an ECG strip that you're looking at, where the dominant pacemaker is in the atria. The dysrhythmias that we see when the dominant pacemaker is in the atria is the atrial dysrhythmias. They're all abnormal. But you go through the same sequence of steps to ascertain what you're looking at. We'll use this as an example. We see this strip and you will recognize the pattern. There's no irregularity to it. You'll recognize that there are no normal P waves. As a matter of fact, there's this abnormal bumpy isoelectric line. So you know this is a atrial fibrillation. You know that you'll need a range for the heart rate. So the fastest this heart is beating is between two R waves, consecutive R waves, that are very short in distance. That'll give you your fast heart rate. Your slower heart rate part of the range will be the two R wave peaks that are the furthest apart. So when you're writing your answer to this, you're going to say this is atrial fibrillation, heart rate of 100 to 150. A lot of times in the atrial rhythms, they're named a little bit differently. Again, this is just called atrial fibrillation. It's not atrial tachycardia, despite having a very fast rate. That's the same thing with atrial flutter. It's a pattern that you learn, and it's not named exactly like a sinus tachycardia. Here is another example. This is a supraventricular tachycardia. There's no mention of atria in its name at all. You learn this by this distinctive pattern, which is, again, the distinctive pattern of fibrillation is what you really learn. So when you're naming this, there's really no mention of the atria at all. All you have to do to get a correct answer to this particular ECG is put down supraventricular tachycardia and the heart rate. However, sometimes you can have an atrial dysrhythmia in an ECG strip that has another dominant pacemaker. Here's an example. We're asking you to interpret this ECG. First thing you do is you say, what is a dominant pacemaker? Well, in this case, a dominant pacemaker is the SA node. So this is a sinus rhythm. If we add up all the small boxes, divide that into 1500, we're going to get a heart rate of 90. And our third step is to see, is there anything else that looks kind of weird? And we know that this is not right. Why? Two things. One, the normal heartbeat is coming here, so approximately 18 little boxes between them both, and all of a sudden we have this guy coming early. That's why it's premature. Well, we also see that this T wave is elevated. It's a lot higher and bigger than this T wave, and we know by studying atrial dysrhythmias that the P wave is hiding underneath this T wave, but it makes it abnormally tall and wide. So we know from those two factors that this is a premature atrial contraction. So if you are going to get full credit for an answer on this interpretation, you're going to say this is a sinus rhythm, heart rate of 90 with a single atrial contraction. So, atrial dysrhythmias and nomenclature is a little bit different. If you have any questions or if there's something you need more clarification, please let me know. Thank you.